Hello, bye. PS ku berisik banget ya. PS ku berisik sekarang. Rusak. Nonton lagi, Cok. Wih. Kok berisik ya? Berisik ya? Aduh, pusing nih. Enak ini. Chat nggak bisa chat. Kok gini nggak bisa? Apanya berisik? Komentator pakai bahasa Inggris. Apaan penulis nih? HP-nya bikin mistik. Api, tak bawa api berisik dia tu. Wing, 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 wing. Bajunya gede banget ni. Baru mencet. Kamu sudah biasa saja. Dan dia biasa saja ya. Pakai siapa lagi? Biasa-biasa saja dulu. Oke guys, dia udah nggak sabar.
Inter Milan get ready for another crack at the big prize. Will they get the win they need to get their campaign off to a flying start, or will their bubble burst over the course of the next 90 minutes? Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
It's a privilege to see the defensive great that is Franco Baresi.
Absolutely.
A marvellous tactical brain married to good pace and a technical ease.
Threads one in. It's a goal kick. Rice kicks it up from the goal kick. Turan. And here's VIII. He's on it. Can he get away? VIII. Now, who's going to be first? And the shot! That was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
They've played it short. VIII. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Mbappe. Bastoni. And it's DiMarco. And it's VIII. That's beautifully weighted. And Martinez!
Anjir, kenapa?
Inter Milan, their second corner now. Chalanolu plays it short. Nice control. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. VIII. He rises! Goal! Inter! First blood drawn. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Al Nassr finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And here's Mbappe. Rodrigo. Oh, important interception. And they're back on the ball again. So what can they make of this? Inter Milan are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. Adams gets across to intercept that. Vitz. DiMarco. Vitz. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. Mbappe. Dumfries kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's DiMarco.
Ay.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And he's on his way! Stood up well to him there. Rodrigo, looking for the run, and he's worked it through, and he's picked it up out wide. Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai! Denied by an instinctive save.
Szoboszlai really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. And now they can spring out of defence. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Probing pass. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Szoboszlai. Vitz, who does have an assist to his name. Inter Milan, looking to go into the break, 1-0 up.
Wow.
Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. That was mighty close. The message is clear, none shall pass. Ball is over the line. Calhanoglu. DiMarco. Vitz. For Calhanoglu. He's going to be disappointed with that. Laid into space. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Calhanoglu. Dumfries. Rice. Looking for options for movement. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Inter are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
Distributed tidily. Inter Milan have a free kick. And the referee's looking at his watch. He could be done here. Nice sequence of passes, this. Well, he said. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Inter Milan leading 1-0 at the break. And we're off again. Inter Milan carrying a one-goal lead. Saka. Now who's going to be first to this? Zielinski. Martinez. And the pass is intercepted. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's fabulous. Showing good feet. Soboslai. Zielinski. It's Vince. Into Milan, looking to break at pace. Alexander-Arnold for Rice. Time and again they are repelled. Alexander-Arnold turns back here, probably the best option. It's Saka. And that was nowhere near his best.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Great vision. And he plays one through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And here's Mbappe. Nicely spread. Almost an hour gone. And it's Rice. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire. It's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Çalhanoğlu. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Oh, it's Van Basten. That's been intercepted. Played out towards the right wing.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Brilliantly cut out. Vince running with the ball. Zielinski. Shot, surely! No mistake!
No mistake!
Now, and they are cruising. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart. And it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on
Iya
and
dulu, kalau
totally
bisa
kill
lihat
this
nih,
off?
udah.
And that's been won straight back. Çalhanoğlu. Adams. Beckenbauer. And it's Denzel Dumfries. To Çalhanoğlu. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Passing is crisp and sharp. Rice. Baresi. Rice. And this is Van Basten.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Vince. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And the flag has stayed down.
Aduh.
Out of play for a goal kick. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Inter Milan are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though not quite able.
Inter Milan have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done. Alexander-Arnold. Çalhanoğlu wins the duel this time. Schneider. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
Oh, good spread.
Zielinski. And it's Schneider. DiMarco. Inter Milan looking to pass their way through. Dumfries. Neatly clipped into space. That's a foul, and the whistle's gone. The referee's come over. It's a red card. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go.
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance. Çalhanoğlu! Well, now it's a race for the ball. So, third corner of the game. Cleared away. Messi. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Inter Milan finding their passes. Are somewhat off target. And it's Zielinski. Zielinski looking under. He's going for goal!
Sit.
The whistle has gone, and it is all over. Inter Milan can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are perfectly entitled to, following this splendid display of...
Lincah itu besi jalan. Kayaknya baru main nih. Musim 2 juga deh. Easy. Bisa beli PS5 dan lainnya udah bersih. Indonesia brand. Indonesia brand nih, dia bisa pakai Indonesia. Kayaknya pemain jago nih, cok. Masih akan cukup.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. How can make the difference?
Well, this guy, Florian Wirtz, is the latest in a line of many impressive German playmakers. He's already broken the record for the youngest goal scorer in the German top flight, and that's hugely impressive. And just watch out for him in terms of his movement. He gets into that right half space, and he loves to occupy that zone and then just look to play from there. And he could well be a standout star.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good for him.
Tries to pass it through. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Indonesia clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
It's a promising position. DiMarco has it in a wide position. It's out for a goal kick. Adams, Dumfries, that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Wirtz. Oh, that's a key interception. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball.
And a chance! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other. And it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. And there's only one word to describe that.
So the game's first significant moments. It's Kane! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
He was berating his defence before making the save. And he's at it again now.
Aku sendiri sekarang mau makan di luar.
Donnarumma gets it without sophistication. Lovely pass, but can he get
Aku
there?
mau sendiri makan di luar.
Inter really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Aja.
Turan, pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now he's got space here, and he was quick to react. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And he's intervened well. That looks a decent ball. Wirtz. For Calhanoglu. Wirtz. It's DiMarco. In with the challenge. Aims beyond the defence. He's got away. Well, now here's a good battle. Can he finish? It's not an especially good pass, that. The reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Inter Milan are anything but solid just now. Rather exposed, actually.
It's just a perfect example of why they can't afford to lose the ball.
That pass has been well intercepted. Nicely weighted ball. Looking for the run. He's in a great position here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Ada mau hujan baru. Gede-gedean filmnya. Ada itu kan. Enggak bisa malam, enggak bisa. Ini macam mama pun.
VIII. Now that's another good win of the ball. Turan. Alison gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's managed to get free. Can he get it through? He's got plenty of space out wide here. Turan!
Marco Chile.
They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Good, much good.
A great delivery and a finish to match.
It all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
It's an
Ah,
This is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should finish.
Now it's done free.
Enak cecangnya cai kerana mau kapora. Tadi pas
Good looking delivery.
Mama nyeloskan juga kamu kesuan lo nggak dapat
Refuses to take the bait. Bastoni. Over to the left. In by DiMarco. Routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
This
Mau tadi punya lo baju.
super ball. Here's DiMarco. Ball driven towards the far post. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet trying to impose themselves, and it's level pending at half-time. Strong opinions on the first half?
Baru dia main deh. Oh, ajak anak itu lama. Ajak makan lo kelihatan dia tahu nama lontong. Mai. Oh, kau megang misi bakso. Oh, misi bakso. Masih main aja. Kan mie ayam misi bakso. Kau megang masalah makan. Enak san, enak. Di John Bayu. Ini baru. Hah? Kamu, aku. Nana nyako tapi tahunnya sing lawan.
Facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. DiMarco. No way through. Zielinski. Beckenbauer. And it's Zielinski. Inter Milan looking to pass their way through. That has been slung wide. Great ball and it fits! Nipping over it and the chance to counter had gone.
Peter, the best counter-attacks are pacey and incisive, we know that, and that one never really got going. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Good read, needed to be. Oh, there's a probing ball. Tunisia are looking to go forward now.
Ya.
Yang lalu aku
Hah?
menang
Chance with the
lalu.
counter.
Si, biasa hapus.
Apa sih komen itu?
Chalhanoglu.
Ya, hapusan.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that is not the best ball. And he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Vince, that has been cut short. Great vision. Martinez looking to run onto it. Hernandez. Rodri. Hakimi. Tries to play it through. Pass is just off target. Chalhanoglu. And it's Denzel Dumfries. Oh, well measured. Martinez, here's onto it.
Herkes tren.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball.
Panik lah, panik. Panik dia panik. Panas dulu itu.
So here comes the substitution.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Inter Milan get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Chalhanoglu, Beckenbauer, Dumfries.
Agaknya
It's the sort of
sebenarnya ada
situation that
apa?
they'll want to capitalise on now.
Botol apa?
Look at the space here. Oh, right place, right time.
Botol apa?
So sharp with the ball here. Really well cleared. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. It's a nicely shaped ball. Rodri. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Rudiger cuts out the pass.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Inter clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of
Kontrol
defence.
bulan Ona
And that interception
Gaurau.
was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from it.
Anton bulan Ona
Distributed tidily. Mohamed Salah gets into a good position.
Ya Elsa.
Pass deflected over the
Piro.
goal line for a corner.
Bye. Malam.
Adams gets it away. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. This looks promising. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And it's made its way to it. Tries a shot!
Herkes tren.
And look at his joy. Is this not why we love the game? Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application.
And the shots!
Anjir bro, shit.
Lovely idea, just didn't get it right.
Thuram really would relish another crack at that same challenge, I suspect.
That's going to slip through. Haaland. Dumfries.
Aku sana apa?
That was good alertness. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. No, that was never going to make it. And the pass is intercepted. Zielinski. Beckenbauer. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And that will be it. Inter Milan have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Thuram, hat-trick scorer, massive game from him today.
Main dia cuma 25 menit, bagus drop. Mainnya loyo. Mabar kali intro ini bukan ada Tony ada. Woi, Barca only chop. Decul. Dah, batu. Apa pintar only tapi kak ini yang minyak. Mereka minyak juga. Woi, jadi akan aja nih sekali ya. Bakal diri aja. Itu hardcore.
What a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. The action has already started. Zielinski turning out for what will be his 400th appearance. There's precious little point talking of anyone else here today, Jim.
Well, what a feat, Peter. This really does speak volumes about how much he dedicates himself and keeps himself in top condition for every one of those match days. He's a shining example for anybody with aspirations like that.
And he's picked it up out wide. Couldn't squeeze it through.
Red akan ngobat ya. Iya, red.
Now it's Zielinski. Chooses to go back. And it's VIII. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He's in a great position here. Now somewhat off target. DiMarco.
Turismo.
It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, cracking ball. Probing pass.
Weh, anjir Bretno.
Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited this.
Umpan matang dari Jale.
Now it's Lewandowski.
Ngocek dia, Cok. Anjay.
He's had a shot.
Basah.
That is terrific from Lewandowski.
Dikeluarkan skillnya di Yamal, Cok.
Absolute peach. Barcelona are in front. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Inter Milan finding themselves.
Aduh, umpan lagi tinggi.
Nearly, but not quite.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he? Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Waduh.
That is certainly not what he had in
Jangan, Cok,
mind.
anjing.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Now it's Lewandowski. The pass is intercepted.
Wah.
Disappointed with that. And here's Pedri.
Inter are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Oh, what a mistake! VIII. Shot could be on. And a chance!
Jangan lupa kipernya, Cok.
Cruyff can so cleverly bypass the press. Yamal, it's a searching pass. Defending of the desperate variety. He's a sharp little ball here. And it's DiMarco. VIII. And it's Zielinski.
Jale, no.
Zielinski. Xavi Alonso. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Lewandowski. 15 minutes till half-time. Lewandowski. And the shot!
Keleng dada.
He's probably asking just too much.
Nak tombol
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Bagus anti-klik. Pemainnya jadi lincah.
And it's DiMarco. Good ball, good take. That's very neat. And he's had it nicked away. Back when it goes.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Xavi Alonso touches it back. And here's Thuram. Cruyff. And here's Thuram. Pedri getting this one clear.
Inter truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Could be danger here. Valde looking for options for movement. Valde tries across. Cleared without hesitation. It's a sharp pass. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick.
Woi. Apaan itu?
Xavi Alonso. That's fierce. Koundé does well to get it back. Looking for the run. And it's DiMarco.
Marco.
It's made its way to him. There's a no-nonsense tackle. Balde. And the half-time whistle. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, obviously things are good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And we're off again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Cruyff.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And that looks a decent ball. Balde. De Jong. He won't be happy with that one. Koundé. Cruyff. Oh, it's beyond the defence. Ended up in no man's land. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Lewandowski. Oh, that's neat. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Cruyff. Out Pedri. Lewandowski! Oh, he's been caught napping. Showing good feet. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Zielinski.
Yang keras.
And the ball is out of play.
Overpower sih gitu. Gila.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. And it's Zielinski. That looks a good ball. Takes a shot!
Wih, tinggi.
It all deserved a better ending.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
De Jong. Rashford. Lovely bit of skill. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
He has a look out.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on tugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Played out wide. Knocks it into space. And the finish!
Anjir, kiper naik.
Very well to get to that.
Zielinski is offering a wry smile there.
It's their second corner of the game. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. We're 75 minutes on the clock now. Oh, good take in a good area. And it's Balde. And here's Rashford.
think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one, and we'll see them.
Goes for a shot! Now he's off and running. Koundé. And it's Pedri. Barcelona finding their passes. VIII. Driving on and making good progress. This looks promising. Dumfries.
Ah, mana sih? Oh, dicet.
Koundé. And he's gone searching crossfield. Now it's Martinez. And it's Zielinski. He's tried one! Inter Milan must do something here, and very quickly.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
And he plays one through. And he's managed to get Lewandowski!
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And here's Lautaro Martinez. Pass is just off target. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Zielinski. Nice interception here.
The lucky challenge.
Confirmation that there will be 2-minute stoppage time. Passing is crisp and sharp. Gabby. And that is as far as it goes. Right again, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. Your reflections then, Jim?
That's a fairly demoralising loss. They hardly threatened, and this was about as insipid as it comes.
So thank you.
Yang belum lagi. Aduh, besok kerja lagi. Kalau kita kan kerja. Ya, tengok.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
Mbappe! Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I really like the look of Florian Wirtz, Peter. What's impressed me most is his decision-making, which has been grown through his youth years. That comes from his wonderful understanding of the space around him. And he can dictate the tempo of his play accordingly. And he's going to be a superstar in years to come.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. He's free, he has got space. And he lines up a cross. And he thumps it clear. Havertz. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. It's a lovely, neat pass. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Havertz. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, well measured. He's being urged to shoot.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Martinez showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Bastoni. And it's DiMarco. Shifted it to the flank. Wirtz finds himself offside. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Wirtz. Nice defending, physical and effective. Nicely weighted ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's there to retrieve it. DiMarco. He's going for goal! Howson with the clearance.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Looking to play him in. Big chance! It's off target and quite away.
Inter certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And he's been shifted off it. Great vision. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Turan. And it's Zielinski. And he gets rid in a hurry. Corner number 2 then. Xavi Alonso goes short. We've gone backward here. Good read. And now a sudden chance to counter. Inter Milan looking to pass their way through. He's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that is not the best ball. And he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's DiMarco. Havertz, can he get it through? Adams cuts out the pass. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Can he get on the end of this? He's in plenty of space here. Turan! Shapes to shoot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Bastoni clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Dumfries. Oh, what has happened here? Oh, just skips past his man. And he's had it nicked away. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Well, that's well spotted. Quality ball. And he's worked it through. Oh, that's nice. He's in space and looking for options. And the keeper beats it away. DiMarco. Looking for options for movement. Now this could be a chance. Goes down, but nothing given. And the whistle goes for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. The midway point of the game.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Inter are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Now it's Martinez. He's a sharp little ball here, and he welcomes it in. Picked out, decent chance! It's there! The second half sparks straight into life. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
A 1-0 lead established.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Vince. Threads one in. Now it's Havertz. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Vince. Xavi Alonso. Knocks it into space. Oh, good take and a good... Havertz! It's a loose ball. Well, there's the clearance. Just eases him off the ball. Zielinski. That looks a decent ball. Well, chasing the game, trailing by one. Holds beyond the defence. Xavi Alonso. And they can counter here. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Fiore. And that is expertly dealt with. Zielinski. Martinez. Now Dumfries. Almost an hour gone. Xavi Alonso. And it's DiMarco. Tries to play it through. Danger averted for now. And claimed it back swiftly. Your impression so far, Jim?
Inter are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Kamu kasih turam.
Dumfries. And it's Vince. Tries to pass it through. And he welcomes it in. Beckenbauer. Martinez. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Vince. Fiore. Havertz. Mbappe tries a shot! Well, that is commitment to the cause.
Yang salah nih.
So time for change. This one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Not the most accurate pass. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Adams. Inter Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Adams kept his eye on it, and he's there.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Now it's Thuram. Schneider.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Adams. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Schneider will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Good-looking ball. Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that. Zielinski. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Thuram. Look at the space here. And a chance! He scores! Inter are back in business. Simplicity itself.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a double. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
There's going to be another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Mbappe. Stood up well to him there. And here's Havertz. Schneider. It's Thuram. Zanetti. Schneider. That's going to go a long way. And a play for a throw.
Substitution in progress.
Haaland, shot, and the shot! Yes, he's done it! And that may just do it! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't. And his manager...
Permainan sudah berakhir.
And that is it, the referee has seen enough.
Wasit dibayar, semua dibayar.
A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. Schneider taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly.
Aduh. Informasi cok. Anjir.
This is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock arms.
Informasi lagi dong.
This is football at its finest. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an
Adik
atmosphere.
kepercuma nak cuma
80,000 here in
mencah.
black and
Ini
blue.
bohong.
The dress code is a strict one.
Aduh. Siapa siapa? Dapat 2 cok. Anjir lah. Oke, ngocang diri ya.
So off we go then. When you think great defenders, you've got to think Cannavaro.
Yeah, well, they don't come much better or bigger in stature. His qualities are obvious, but his winning mentality and cool temperament are all part of a first-class package.
It's everything you want. And it's Maradona. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He is through here. Scholes. And here's Lautaro Martinez. And he lines up a cross. He's cut it out. From behind for a goal kick. Beckham. That's very neat. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. And this is Maradona. Zielinski. Martin Marco. Now it's Thuram. And here's Zielinski. Somewhat off target. Davids.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
And it's Beckham. It's a sharp pass. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Ya. Ya. Pikir coy.
It's a crikey looking ball that.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just, I suppose, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single...
Goes for a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. The ball is out of play. Maradona tries to pass it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He has found a way through. Now the cross. Oh, he's been caught napping. He's had a shot!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Beckham. Maradona. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Great ball if he can get there. He's found the... Takes a shot! Goal! Inter!
bro.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although
Yuk,
they'll be wise to be cautious for
You
now.
can.
Mau minum nggak, Kak?
And he's picked it
Baru
up.
jam 5.
Oh, bagus
Right,
banget.
it's a mighty effort. Really well
Apa
taken
tidak?
goal. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Looking to play him in. Oh, super ball. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease. on the
Main dia
ball.
tuh.
Cleared without complication. Çalhanoğlu. Beckenbauer. Played back in. Dumfries receives him in a wide position. Scholes. Cannavaro. Van de Beek. Beckham. Now, can they get him away? Some good work on the right flank here. Forlan. He's shifting through the gears here. He's played in. Thuram.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed. That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
That is a brilliant interception. And there is the half-time whistle. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head
Mama,
into the
ini
break.
je.
All square.
Beli apa?
Milan are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a
Jumlah
finely
ni.
balanced game. 1-1 the score. So once again, we're underway. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, such a clever touch. And this is Scholes. And this is Luis Suarez. Cross into the box. And that's the keeper's ball. DiMarco. Now, what about a counter-attack? For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Thuram. Looking tidy in possession here. Thuram. Davids. And the pass is intercepted. Barella. And here's Lautaro Martinez. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Beckham. And it's Maradona. Çalhanoğlu. Looking for the run. Zielinski gets into some space. And we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And here's Thuram. Zielinski. Now it's DeMarco. That looks a decent ball. He's gone backward here. And the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Tries to get it clear. Aims beyond the defence. Beckham.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Maradona. Here's Scholes. He has a look up.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Martinez proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And here's Suarez. That's gone loose. Driving through the middle. And he welcomes it in. Nicely spread. Barella. That has not gone well. Costa Curta looking to penetrate opposition lines. Lovely feet. And it's Davids. Scholes. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Thuram. Thuram unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Inter really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Thuram!
Anjir.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's gone looking for safety.
Nanti main B.
Knocks it into space. Looking for options for movement. Scholes. Davids. Oh, they're quick to press here, right on top of
Anjing
them.
gitu kan.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Adams. And that was nowhere near his best. Dumfries. And the counter is on. Just 5 minutes remaining now.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Davids.
Aduh.
Luis Suarez. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. He's got two.
Mati Chan.
Late in the day, this could well be it. It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
There'll be a minute of stoppage time. Can he get it through? Opts to play it back. Back it goes. Can he finish?
Anjir, banyak orang.
Time stood still.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
Chalanolu goes short. That's that, the end. Inter Milan illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with. as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing. Some dramatic effects on what we've seen.
Inter definitely struggled to get going. That was sensed by their support early on, and it just compounded the frustration.
That's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beggan alongside me, and to wish you all a very good evening.
Terusnya mata jerawat itu karena dia sih marah. Pasti anak ya gayanya titik-titik. Masih gitu ibu itu. Kadang-kadang aja berpuasa dulu lah tengah-tengah.
Tuh, tengah-tengah. Tahun berapa kamu siap ketemu?
Hah? Apa nih?
Siap ketemu. Soal ini banyak uang coba. Bisa kan? Ya, Maret, April, Mei, terus Juli, Agustus.
April lagi.
Juli, Agustus. Apa bisa benar? Nah, uang. Uang. Nanti nggak?
Bici gitu.
Sini ya, aku ada. Kalau semuanya itu mendapat periksa sudah mulai digunakan. Yang pilihannya itu. Ada dari situ. Juli Agustus ada keluaran.
Kita makan. Mau mata sih. Kalah cok. Masih 15 sekarang. 2 kali menang aja ya. Kalau dulu kalah. Nggak mencet. Tadi salah mencet dong, malah kepencet. Shit. Metanya. Yang kedua dia pamer. Satu dia pamer. Dia dah kamuflase. Apa lagi dari hati? Tadi orang apa ngapain kita lihat langsung. Kopinya dia tuh. udah pakai Lemur. Marco saatnya Anda dilengserkan. Halo. Halo, hey. Mama bawa HP nggak? Kasih naik, coba berhenti. Kasih naik. Apa? Aduh. PS4 bang, makanya PS berisik. Pasnya udah kenceng. Bang main PS.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. We have already started here.
Well, Peter, I reckon Dragan Stojkovic will be important here.
He's not the biggest necessarily, Jim, I suppose, but he is a multi-dimensional player.
Yeah, I think he'll have a busy time going past the opponents. I think he has great ability to play anywhere across the front line and deliver key passes at the right moments. So that makes him stand out.
His tendency is, of course, as his coaches have said, to keep things simple and to be utterly unselfish.
Yeah, certainly knows that too, and quite a rare gift in a player so technically accomplished.
Oh, I like to.
Can he get it through? Oh, well measured. He's picked his way through. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Now the party overly willing to compromise. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Mbappe.
Lagi diserang nih.
Messi.
Woi, berubah.
He's done very well to get to that.
Messi is offering a nice smile.
Main divisi 2, mainan biasa. Skill mediocre bang.
Bastoni gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Lemur. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Xavi Alonso. Quarter of an hour played. It's made its way. Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Mau dibeli kalerin dia. Abang dari mana sih?
Inter Milan still without a single shot on target. Osimhen might just make this. Beckenbauer gets across to intercept that.
Demi kayaknya apa dah?
Messi.
Oh kan dibobol sama anjir.
Goal! Manchester United. Manchester United take the lead.
Semi auto bang.
That's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him is just beautifully measured.
Bang Abia dibobol.
Manchester United have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Ya malah ya.
And it's Neymar. Big chance!
Andir tak kena no.
Well, he certainly
Lalu
wasn't
kipernya
in the mood
kain.
to take any risks.
Pinches it off him. Fits.
Ah, umpan.
Dumfries wins the duel this time. Oh, well
Oh,
played,
striker
well
dia
played.
batu banget.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Sana persis.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Played out wide. He's whipped it across. 20 minutes gone.
Makasih bang udah nonton cuk.
Oh, there's a probing
Senang aku
ball.
ada yang nonton.
Zielinski
Makasih bang.
driving forward. That has been cut short.
Salam ya, saya dari Bali.
Pass is intercepted. Zanetti. That's Fix. Zielinski. And it's Xabi Alonso. And here's Dumfries. There will be a throw-in. Dumfries.
Tahe. Betul ya.
Mbappe has created one goal already.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't
Maju.
ideal, but there's
Ah,
plenty of time
perasaan.
to reply.
VIII stood his ground strongly. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Zielinski.
Ah,
And
aduh tahe.
Stojkovic. Stojkovic looking to penetrate opposition lines. And the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Zanetti. Steered out wide, but he
Playing
didn't
up
reach
now.
that one.
This is the time you need that pace.
And here's
Matic.
Messi. Mbappe. Dumfries. Xabi Alonso. Thuram. And Zanetti.
Ah, Zanetti.
Thuram.
Tahe.
That has ended up in no man's land.
Wah.
And the first half is done.
Makasih bang,
Plenty of
makasih bang.
talking points in that first half, but
Tadi
just the
panas
one
nih.
goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
We're already back up
Apakah ini berhasil?
and running after half
Benar.
time.
Mana
Well,
bersedia
I
di
think
baik.
in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the
Eh,
balance of the
jangan.
team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
That is a brilliant interception. Looking for the run. That's been cut out, well played. Thuram.
They want to make the most of this turnover.
Driving on and making good progress.
Thuram really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold
Ah,
it
right.
like that until support arrives a little sooner. And just maybe they
Anjir.
overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
We've seen the chance!
Anjir.
No, he didn't quite meet it right. Xabi Alonso. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. This looks promising. Very nicely done. VIII.
Anjing.
Manchester United can breathe again. Just.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Babi. Babi.
And for a moment, time stood still. Corner number 2 then.
Semua sumpah salah dikeluarkan.
Shot and the shot. That's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Pass back, box it up and wins back the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Olise puts his foot on the gas. Olise unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Osimhen has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Knocks it into space. Takes aim and goes!
Lihat dia. Alang masuk buat gol.
Inter are back in business.
Yeah, alright, alright.
Be efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Selebrasi dong.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest.
Blitz color under keeper tae.
And he knows it.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Itu cantik kali kalau gol itu. Gol mahal tuh.
So their fourth quarter of the game.
Dan mahal baru bisa buat
It's been
gol
taken
itu.
short. Zielinski!
Tae kiper kapan?
Manchester United are looking to go forward now. And it's Zielinski. Haaland.
Kena no.
So what can they make of this? Inter
Aduh,
Milan
pemain
still have the
gelandang
cards
hilang.
to affect this game. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Olise is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Xabi Alonso kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That pass has been well intercepted. Just about up to 75 minutes. Zanetti. There's a sharp little ball here. And he's
Aduh,
managed
salah.
to get free. And this is Messi. And he's going to be disappointed with that. Looking for options for movement.
Heh.
Camavinga. Bastoni is there.
Bastoni.
And he can get that clear.
Waduh.
Crossed in once more. And he's there to clear it.
Nah.
Well, there's no
Mampus
doubt that
ente
they will
sekarang.
win this, Peter. They have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the
Apa
very end.
umpan si Lemur?
VIII. Out towards the flank. Haaland wants to play it.
Rich.
It's a
Tae.
loose ball. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the shot's on here.
Aduh, Alan.
And he can clear it away. And they're quick to get it back. And it's Denzel Dumfries. And here's VIII. Great ball, and he's in here. Dumfries.
Alah.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Banget awan ini, Cok.
It's a really smart move with Peter. The defence let themselves down by not picking him up. I think the boss won't be amused.
Permainan sudah lahir, bro.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Deep into stoppage time. Beckenbauer
Aduh. Bahaya ente.
tries to play it
Anjir.
through. And that's a charge, surely!
Anjir.
9 minutes, and we're all square again.
Buset, berubah
The
bermasuk.
movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're in on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Pelanggaran tuh, bro. Pelanggaran ya, bro. Dramatis tuh, very drama ini, drama, bro.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Masih berubah
Credit
sih.
where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Nah, masih ada kesempatan, Cok. Semua sampai skipper mungkin nih. Waduh. Ada penendang gitu nih. Wesley.
Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. So it's ended all square. Both sides showing matching qualities, and neither willing to give in. Haaland claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Yeah, this is the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Harusnya tidak draw.
That's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beckton alongside me, and to wish you all a very...
Pertandingan lelah.
Ada orang yang bernama Aleng.
Apa namanya? Hah?
Ada orang yang namanya Aleng.
Gimana ada maleng? Udah nggak bro, udah dia.
Hah?
Leng aja, buang aja boleh.
Lanjut.
Buset. Kamu udah berapa kali lanjut? Mandi nah. Mampu jadi yo.
Sik.
Adis sih.
Mampu.
Balkan.
Ya udah, mampu.
Sekali lagi ya.
Adik, kok adik bisa les?
Bisa lah, itu kan udah gede.
Hah?
Bisa.
Karena
Nah udah gede. Mereka masih kecil ya, masih sholat.
teman-temannya ada banyak.
Tidak ada, dia ada Bang Mario Thomas.
Bang Mario Thomas jelek. Jangan
Boleh.
cowok ya.
Cowok dari Kalimantan katanya. Gimana ada yang nonton dari Kalimantan jauh banget?
Ada yang nontonnya.
Nggak tahu. Nggak ada abangnya lagi tadi Bang Mario aja tadi. Abang Mario.
Bang Mario.
Gimana ya komen?
Komen dong yang nonton. Kok nggak kedengaran suara Umi?
Karena dikecilin.
Besarin. Dia besarin suaranya.
Udah.
Bang Mario.
Udah mungkin dia udah segini mandi lah.
Ini gimana woi? Bang Mario. Pemainnya otomatis kah bang?
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. You've got to say, the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. It's playing game number 100 for his current employers.
Yeah, something that I mentioned to him in person before the match, Peter, although it took some time to register. Pretty much the same with me on my 100th game. I was more focused on him.
Mbappe is on his own. Donnarumma did just about enough to come out on top
Jangan lupa
there.
nembak dia.
Neither party overly willing to compromise. Beyond the defence. Barella. Hakimi. And it's Barella. For Xavi Alonso.
Jangan yang namanya Bang Mario jelek.
Lovely ball and a real chance now.
Jelek. Bang Mario.
Mbappe. He's looking wide.
Wih, rame
Good
cok.
ball now. How can he reach it? There's no flag. Xavi, a big header. Oh, off the bar. He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, I can tell you that the aluminium is still shaking after that. And we're talking fractions. That was a great try.
Lama 2 kali cok. Beruntung nih.
Well, they've got it back in
Thank
the
you.
Untungnya temennya laptopnya.
It looked as though that might lead to something. And the keeper's Haaland!
Jago banget.
That's what you call inspired goalkeeping. That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Di bawah di
They know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And now they can spring out of defence.
Ngomong
Now it's
jelas
Calabria.
itu ya.
So it is still 0-0. Hakimi, well seen.
Berhasil,
That
bukan
was well
bubuk ya.
played, well stopped.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Pap, keras sekali pemain itu.
Vits. Oh, this is a very good run. And he shoots! Oh, the ball's run loose. Van Dijk. And it's Xavi Alonso. Playing a tough little ball. Vits. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Shifted it to the flank. There's a sharp little ball here. Gets his head on it!
Aduh, dengan masalah saya.
Really good Belling. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Yamal. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Haaland. Now who's going to be first to this? And it's Baldo.
Set itu.
Played into the box. Oh, what has happened here? Vits. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Haaland in full tilt down the left. That looks a decent ball. And that is expertly dealt with. Haaland.
Barella, cok.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Waduh, pemain
Beautifully weighted. Here's chance.
mati Ci.
Just off target.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of
Jangan
his
ganggu, Bang, jangan
specials.
ganggu. Dia pemain beli color mahal tuh.
Vince. Beckenbauer. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now then, the ball's come loose. That's been intercepted.
Apa?
Well stopped.
Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Could move up again.
Lah, gak jelas.
Laid into space.
TikTok.
Vince into the final 5 minutes of the first half.
Satu,
Knocks it into space.
Nice.
dua,
He is through
Aduh.
here.
tiga.
Wah, ganggu, Ci.
That has earned a few lots of approval from the bench. Into the line. Second corner now. And it's been taken short.
Slow, bro.
Half-time imminent.
Wah, bawa sini, cok. Mandi dong, dong.
An opportunity strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he has that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Inter Milan are in front now. The game's only goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals,
Plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine
Pergi semua,
flow to this
pergi.
game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved a little bit more.
Inter Milan have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0.
Belum ni kan hilang, cok.
Sakit.
Inter Milan carrying
kira
a
ada yang sakit.
one-goal lead.
Mantap.
Can he get on the end of this?
Ganggu.
It's made its way to him.
Eh,
That is a brilliant interception. Barella driving forward. Decent chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looks
Jangan,
sharp,
Bang.
didn't he? That's very well played.
apa mainmu? Oh,
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And this is Xabi Alonso. He gets
anjir.
big. Oh, nearly, but nearly is
Coba.
nothing.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Kita meletonnya tuh. Taruh di luar, Bang.
Great vision. Well read. Nice interception. Xabi Alonso. Now it's some
Apakah kalian mau trik sulapnya?
Aduh, ini bahaya dia lagi.
Total.
Martinez might just make this. Gnabry is one whose deliveries we all know about. Built as the single goal between the sides. Hakimi.
Lagi.
And here's Barella. And it's Hakimi. Inter Milan leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0.
Anjir.
Now it's Mbappe. Big and the shots. He
shit.
scores. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they want another.
One sweeping
Apakah
move
ada yang
executed
beli?
with deadly efficiency.
Barcelona are such an
Ada.
adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a
Ada
goal.
sate
That's very
babi,
impressive.
ada sate ayam lagi promo, dibeli-beli.
We're all square.
Terus ada ayam, ada sosis, ada kentang, lagi minumnya ada kok.
Xavi Alonso.
Aduh.
Ada kopi, ada teh, ada matcha, ada.
Driving through the middle.
Gua aja. Ini yang ada. Ayo dibeli-beli. Lagi promo, beli-beli. Harganya cuma ada. Pokoknya kita bikinin beli-beli. Ayo dibeli. Warung aku sepi.
Ayo.
Beli. Ayo request.
Rumah.
Valde.
Aku lihat di
Space
laptop.
out wide here.
Aku lihat di laptopnya ada pesan Pak Jono. Pak Jono beli kopi sama kentang. Oke Pak Jono, aku bikinin
You
dulu.
felt that was going somewhere. Arsenal's just off target.
Nggak ada kopi, adanya
Concentration
matcha,
levels
ya
are
udah
very good,
matcha
and so
aja.
is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Apa untungnya? Atau mencet.
Karena. Xavi Alonso. And it's VIII. And it's Xavi Alonso. Yamal, very much a man of this moment. Adams gets across to intercept that. Challenge just a
Sorry.
little
Maaf.
Oh, it's taken out. That'll be a foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Konsen ini.
So here comes the substitution. So time for a potential game changer.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
Valde tries to play it through. Very nicely done. Oh, that's well spotted. Just 5 minutes remaining now.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Neymar. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And it's Bellingham. Yamal. Bellingham. Stood up well to him there. Can he spark a counter here?
Nice.
This is Neymar.
Pak
And he's managed to
Jono
get free.
warna apa kentangnya?
Oh, that's incredible! And that may just do it!
Warna merah
Everyone
oke.
waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Well, all I can say is that he did very well to squeeze it in near post. He didn't have much to aim at.
And that's that. Inter Milan proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could. And they are clearly so happy to have won it.
Buat air hangat dulu.
And deservedly so. Inter Milan, a bit late, but in the end, it was great.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Fortnite dah tanggung. Satu kali lagi ya. Dia naik. Menang lagi. Nah, Torres bro. Ya.
This is where they want to be, one small step away from greatness. Win today, and they will be up there amongst the elite. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight.
Yeah.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Inter Milan cannot afford to slip up here. Terrific support, and they're going to need it all.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He's got away. It's Roberto Baggio. Roberto Baggio. There's the shot! Who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Oh, just skips to chance for a shot. Oh, crossbar. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Belum ya. Wah, ini bro. Jangan pakai IndiHome bro. IndiHome itu nggak bisa pakai main PS.
Torres has been caught there. It's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no
Oke,
card.
itu bisnet.
Yeah, well, they were exposed.
Ini yang tahunan murah.
He knew he had to do something to prevent a goal.
Tahunan murah banget pokoknya.
This is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of this
Awas
caliber
lupa.
can scoring, with a brilliantly classy finish. It could be a very long match, but that defence to prevent it happening again.
A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Inter Milan penetrate first. It is a truly precious league.
They still can't get carried away. They haven't been promoted just yet.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was
Okay,
down to it.
habis. Thank you.
And here's Osimhen
Thank you, Pak
out towards the flank. Costa Curta. Serginho.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Martinez. Now it's Torres. Straight out towards the right wing. Now then, the ball's come loose. Real
Tembakan
chance!
Torres.
That was superb goalkeeping.
Fernando Torres actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Inter Milan with the corner. They're first. Cleared away. Zielinski. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Mampus nak.
And now they can spring out of defence.
Ih, mampus dia.
Roberto Baggio. It's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Baggio will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Martinez. And he's picked out the run. Fernando Torres gets through on his own.
Nice challenge.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example.
Oh, bro, pasar bro. Bangun bro.
Deserved a better goal there. He's right to be disappointed.
Mbappe might just make this. Inter Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Quality ball. Passing Passing nice and neat. Inter Milan finding their passes. Now it's Schneider. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, well played. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Zielinski proves too strong. Beckenbauer. That pass isn't the best.
Yeah.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Zielinski. Beckenbauer. Xabi Alonso. And Zanetti. Shot could be on. Martinez!
Waduh, Martinez no.
Just a whisker away.
Keras. Keras mencet.
Inter Milan looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Schneider on the through ball. He's had a shot! It's run loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. Lovely feet.
Yeah, here can work it.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Defending was strong and firm. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Martinez unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
What a throw in.
Yeah.
Looking for options.
Lemah
First half is
syawak.
done. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game.
I think on the whole, the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Inter Milan going to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Inter Milan carrying a one-goal lead. Zielinski. Passing is crisp and sharp. Great vision. And the shot! It's hit down right. And that has been clubbed away. Oh, shooting chance! Lingered over it, and the chance for counter had gone.
Peter, the best counter-attacks are pacey and incisive, we know that, and that one never really got going.
Van Dijk. And it's Zanetti. Beckham. Now Mbappe. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Rijkaard carries the ball down the right. Beckham. And that's aimed into the middle. Osimhen! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Inter Milan are looking to go forward now.
Aduh. Kenapa ni ada cucu? Oh, dia yang lucu. Wah, pasti pakai Indiehomo. Pakai Indiehomo. Terus speednya naik biasa, terus leceh. Mending pakai HP mobile, hotspot HP itu langsung. Masih bro. Udah lah ya, nanti main. Lagi. Kita lanjut. Mandi nana kamu. Robot dulu ya. Kalau kayaknya lebih keras ya.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one.
Now there's a player with a silky pass and a steely tackle.
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, a midfielder renowned for his tremendous array of passes while offering his defence a solid shielding presence too.
Players don't come a whole lot better in his position, do they?
Not really, and not many can boast the same quality of performance either, Peter.
They do appear, Jim Beglin, to be going with a 5-3-2 formation.
Well, it's an attempt, Peter, to put a solid bedrock in place and negotiate the game from there. If they can absorb what comes towards their box in the early stages, then the midfield can begin looking for more of the possession and can start thinking about a more probing influence on the contest. It all depends on keeping their goal intact. So they won't have to open up and indulge in taking risks at the other end.
Iya, kalau tuh mata saya tadi bengkong itu.
So it's down to business here. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Stood up well to him there. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And here's Torres. Guillermo. Suarez. And that interception was most necessary. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Genie. Looking to play him in. Fired deep towards the back post. Xavi Alonso. Well, that looks a decent ball. A few interesting flurries forward, but so far they haven't amounted to much. Xavi Alonso. And it's Camavinga. It's Camavinga.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Oh, smashing header! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Sporting were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
Cannavaro. Camavinga. Now it's Torres. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. That's just playing it safe and simple.
It's a mighty effort! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not kicking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So we have the first goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Good ball. And the shot! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Spread out to the left. Oh, that's a key interception. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Camavinga. Bastoni. Now Ronaldinho. And it's Cannavaro.
That was lovely, that.
And this is Lewandowski. Genie. Genie. It's a promising position. Oh, that's nice. Hangs in a cross. And it's hoisted clear.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Tries to play it through. Deftly away. Inter Milan have reclaimed it. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Little pass back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Cannavaro. And that has been cleared. Genie.
Ci sarà un minuto di
That'll be a
recupero.
throw. Marquinhos. Camavinga. Chance for a shot! What about that from Fernando Torres? Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Fernando Torres simply knew the ball was asking to be hit first time because of the way it arrived, and boy, did he hit it.
There's the end of the first half. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Inter should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team. We expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Inter Milan ahead 2-0, and they are looking good.
Sabar.
Ya ntar aja menang. Boleh.
Here we go again. And he's forced to go back. Xavi Alonso with a definite foul there. Cannavaro.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he skips past his man. An instinctive delivery.
Well played and well cleared.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. The counter-attack is on here for Inter. Oh, super find. And he's picked it up out wide. And he's certainly onside here. Oh, he's been caught napping. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Camavinga receives it in a wide position. Terrific header! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Genie. Tries a deft little ball. Genie showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
So what can they make of this? Xavi Alonso in acres of space out wide. Camavinga tries a shot! Yes! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Sporting can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Inter Milan find a position of real strength now. Trincao. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Looking for options for movement. Now the delivery.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Now it's Torres. Fernando Torres looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Oh, look, Peter, this has been a textbook illustration of how not to defend, and finally they've decided to single him out.
Nicely weighted ball. And he's got his range wrong there. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Trincao. Inter Milan are coasting towards victory. Just eases him off the ball. It's a lovely, neat pass. Played into space. And a play for a throw. And it's Cannavaro. Now it's Mbappe. Flashes it. Off he goes! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Now it's Trincao. The final 5 minutes. Camavinga gets a foot in here. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Ronaldinho. Somewhat off target. Nicely spread. Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. Good work on the right flank here. Zanetti cuts it out. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. And that is that. Inter Milan looking by any yardstick formidable. Truly enjoyable to watch, and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them. Fernando Torres, very much the hat-trick hero. What an extraordinary game he had. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Mau mama apa, Ming? Mau telepon mama lu? Telepon mama, Sat. Nih.
Telepon mama. Abi ini mbak. Mana aku? Iya, kita temen kok.
Iya, lalu ada nak weh. Aduh, kotaknya apa? Kamu melihat ini.
Mama.
Ini apa loh? Biji mama nih. Biji.
Oh, kenapa nih? Ya, gitu nasi tadi urin. Aku nih ke nelpon mama. Mama, ya dia.
Ini juga lagi HP ketahuan HP.
Dia lagi apa?
ngapa lagi?